Once upon a time, in a cozy burrow nestled deep in the woods, lived a sweet family of rabbits. There was Mama Rabbit, who was always busy with chores around the burrow, making sure everything was tidy and in its place. Then there was Pappy Rabbit, who, preferred to take things easy and relax all day long. Mama Rabbit's best friend, a lovely bunny named Rosie, lived nearby, and they would often spend sunny afternoons hopping around the meadow, sharing stories and giggling like little bunnies do. Next door to Mama Rabbit's burrow lived Aunty Mouse and her husband, Mr. Mouse. Aunty Mouse was always cheerful, bustling about her home, cooking delicious meals and keeping everything spick and span. Mr. Mouse, on the other hand, had a never-ending appetite and was always looking for his next tasty treat. Down the lane lived the friendly Goose family, led by Mr. Goose and Mrs. Goose. They were always ready to lend a helping wing to their neighbours whenever they could. But not all the neighbours were as friendly as the others. The cunning fox, known for his sly tricks, lived nearby, always plotting some mischief or the other. And then there was the rich neighbour, Mr. Pig, who lived in a grand mansion with his loyal servant, Freddy the Frog. One bright and sunny morning, as Mama Rabbit was busy hanging out the laundry, she noticed that Pappy Rabbit was lounging under a shady tree, snoring away happily. She shook her head with a smile, knowing that she would have to wake him up if anything was going to get done around the burrow. Meanwhile, Aunty Mouse was humming a cheerful tune as she swept her front porch, while Mr. Mouse scurried about, his nose twitching in search of a tasty treat. Over at the Goose family's home, Mrs. Goose was busy baking a delicious apple pie, while Mr. Goose was out in the garden, tending to his prized tomato plants. As the day went on, Rosie popped over to Mama Rabbit's burrow for a visit, and together they decided to organise a neighbourhood picnic. They first went to Aunty Mouse and Mr. Mouse's house to invite them to the picnic. Aunty Mouse served them some freshly baked cookies. Then they decided to invite the Goose family. They have 8 kids and all of them were dressed in their best outfits. Mama Rabbit and Rosie went to the mansion to invite Mr. Pig and Freddy the Frog. There, they saw the cunning fox and invited him as well, though he wasn't too happy about it. The next morning, everyone started preparing for the picnic. Miss Goose was in charge of the grill, Mr. Bear prepared all the veggies, and everyone brought their specialty dishes. Mr. Rabbit and Mr. Mouse were in charge of the decor. But as they were taking the dishes to the picnic spot, they noticed that some of the food had gone missing. Aunty Mouse's freshly baked cookies had vanished, Mr. Goose's ripe tomatoes were gone, and some of the apple pies were missing. Mama Rabbit suspected that the cunning fox might be up to his old tricks, so she and Rosie decided to investigate. They followed a trail of crumbs and footprints deep into the woods until they stumbled upon the fox's den. Sure enough, there was the fox, feasting on the stolen treats with a mischievous grin on his face. Before he could make his escape, Mama Rabbit and Rosie hatched a clever plan. They enlisted the help of Mr. Pig and Freddy the Frog, promising them a share of the picnic feast if they helped catch the fox. With their combined efforts, they managed to outsmart the fox and retrieve the stolen food. The neighbourhood picnic was a great success, with everyone enjoying delicious treats and fun games in the sunshine. As the sun began to set, the tired but happy neighbours made their way back to their homes, grateful for the wonderful day they had shared together.